Hello, Renuka. How are you doing? Renuka from channelingspiritworld.com. And hello, Erik.
Hi, Mom. Let's start.
Love
Please
you
talk.
both. So we're going to continue talking about the soul plan. So take it away, Erik. What's our plan for this video?
So you're saying, Mom, let me revise a bit from our last lecture because I like continuity and I don't like confusions. And I'll make Sweetie speak slowly.
It's okay because I have closed captions. So
Yeah. He's saying, Mom, we concluded in our last lecture that the purpose of every reincarnation is all about learning and experiencing. And he's saying we learn and experience when we are in the physical body only through two things, majorly through two things. One are the situations we choose in our soul plan. He's saying I'll go into it in a more deeper way, but he's just outlining what he's trying to explain in detail in today's lecture. He is saying that the soul plans are always designed and planned towards learning and experiencing in two ways. One is through the situations, and two is through relationships. He's saying, Mom, everything that we go through, everything that we learn and we experience in our physical lifetimes is either through situations which life throws at us, or it's either through relationships we live and experience throughout our entire lifetime.
yeah.
So he's saying if the purpose is learning and experiencing, and these learnings and experiencing comes only through these two ways, the theme of the soul plans are going to be these two. So one is the soul plan where we learn through situations. He's calling it the theme of situational soul plan. And the second theme is where we learn through relationships, where we learn with the souls with whom we have spiritual contracts, with whom we have agreed to learn and exchange lessons. So that theme he's calling a karmic soul plan.
Okay.
So he's saying, Mom, it's what I'm trying to do here is I'm going to help the viewers decode their soul plan. I did say in the last lecture that our lives tend to get difficult because of many reasons. And the way I'm explaining, yes, it seems a little bit sad and a little bit discouraging, but I always said that I have solutions. So from now on, he's going to help us decode our individual subjective soul plans so that we understand more about our karma, about our life purpose, about how much we are following a soul plan, where we are going wrong, and he's going to do it in a very slow and simplified manner. So he's
Good.
saying the first part of it is decoding the theme of our soul plan, because if we understand the theme of our life, it will be very much easier for us to understand what lessons we chose.
Right.
And he's saying, Mom, if we get to it, that these are the lessons we chose in this lifetime, and we put our awareness, our efforts into learning those lessons, this lifetime will be a success. And he's saying, that's what my goal is through these lectures, to make them aware who they are, why they are here, what are they here to learn and experience, because that's the whole point of it.
Exactly.
And he's saying, yeah, and he's saying, Mom, do you know the entire suffering part will be so much worth it if they fulfill their purpose and come back successful? They won't even remember their sufferings, because the joy of living a life well, of taking a leap into that consciousness closer to a goal, will be so much bigger.
Mm, yeah.
So he's saying, I want all of those. He's saying, I know there are many who sit with a book and a pen. So I want them to write down, first point, a chart where he's showing me, like he's of course in the classroom and he's drawing on the blackboard. He's written life purpose, and then he's made a tree diagram kind of a thing where there are three branches coming out of that life purpose. He's written in huge a huge heading, life purpose, and then there are three parts coming out of it. It's more like a tree diagram,
Hmm.
a chart, a chart. So the first arrow leads to the life purpose. The first purpose of reincarnation is learning. Second arrow leads to experiencing. That's the second purpose. He's saying they both are connected, but there is still a difference because there are
Yeah.
certain experiences you just experience, you don't learn out of them.
Mhm.
And there are certain experiences you learn huge lessons and your soul moves ahead. That's why he's bifurcating both of them.
Yeah.
And then the third arrow, he's showing me a question mark. He's saying that's suspense.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a third purpose also, but I'll come to it later. There is a reason I'll come to it later because there's lots more we need to understand before we go to that third purpose. So you see, I want the readers who are taking these lecture series seriously. I know there are many who sit with a book and pen and they jot down the important points, and nothing makes me so much happier because that's the point of these lectures. I want them to understand and really use this theory because it's really going to help them to understand who they are and why they are here and why they are suffering. So that is the first part. He's saying, okay, open your notebooks. These are your first notes. Write down. I'm going to come and check. He's again into that professor mode. And he's saying, children, open your notebook and copy this diagram. So he's saying that's the first thing that I want them to write it down. He's saying I have said a lot and I have given a lot of information, but these things which I'm asking them to note down, just looking at the chart, they will recall everything that I have said in the lectures up till now. It's like simplifying the entire information.
Right.
Now, he's saying now our second topic is the theme of our soul plan. He's saying, how will you understand what is the theme of your soul plan? He's saying, Mom, there's always a theme. He's saying, why? He's saying, because if you choose difficult situations along with difficult relationships, life will get so much difficult because you're
Mhm.
being thrashed at every point from
Mhm.
every side. You will not be able to handle it. So
But
he's
that
saying,
goes
I'll
to go hand in hand. So many people have difficult relationships and difficult situations, and so many times they feed into each other.
yeah, and that makes things only more difficult. So he's saying every soul who is at an advanced stage, they know how much they can take in. So they choose a theme where they choose easy situations but difficult relationships. So
Okay.
if you have intelligence, if you have wisdom, if you have money, if you have good health, if you have looks, if you have everything going out good, where all the major situations of life are concerned, but then your relationships are taking a beating, these good situations will give you support and help and encouragement to deal with bad relationships.
Right.
Now, if you have good relationships, if you have love, if you have company, support, if you have trust, if you have companionship, if you have all good things in the relationships, but you don't have a house, you don't have money, you don't have education, but these good relationships will give you love and support and encouragement to go
Yeah.
through those difficult situations and learn your lessons. He's saying one thing will help you with the other, but if you choose both of them to be at a difficult level, you will get the thrashing of your life and you will not be able to learn anything.
But why do souls do that sometimes? Because I
He's,
hear it all the time. People email me. They're in desperate situations.
he's saying, no, mom, they don't do that. They are very smart. A soul is very smart and
Yeah.
very intelligent while planning a soul plan. What happens is when they come down, they go so much astray from their soul plan that most of the difficult situations are created by their own wrong choices which don't resonate with the soul plan.
So it's all their free will that makes it to where they have both of those things difficult.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. Wow. Damn free
He's
will.
saying,
Ugh.
yeah, he's saying, mom, you have to understand that it's difficult to understand and make choices according to what we chose in the soul plan because we have forgotten.
Yeah.
So, he's saying, take Sweetie's example. If she she didn't choose something in the soul plan, but here she's forgotten and then she's running behind it. Whatever she chose will go away from her, will go further away from her that much, and she lose out on that. And the thing she's running behind, she won't get that because it's simply not chosen for her. It's simply not destined. This is where we go wrong. And again, it's not her fault because she does not know what she has chosen in the soul plan. She has forgotten. And this is why Eric has started these lectures where he will make it easier for us to understand how to make choices which are coordinated with our soul plan. Because if we make those choices, our life will only get easier because we have not chosen such difficult lives. So he's saying the real essence here is to live as per a soul plan, which we have forgotten. He's saying, now I know I'm saying two opposite things. So he's saying, I know I'm talking about two different things. I'm saying we have forgotten our soul plan, and I'm saying we have to follow our soul plan so that our life is easier. I know I'm talking two opposite things here, but that's why I've started these lectures. I'm going to teach how to bridge this gap, how to choose as per our own soul plan so that our life is only easier and not difficult. Our life gets difficult only if after coming into the body we desire for things which we didn't choose in our soul plan. And he's saying, I am not going round and round here, I'm not going round in circles, I know what I'm talking about, and I'm going to give solutions for that. But for that, the first part is to first decode the theme of your soul plan. So what is the theme that you chose for your soul plan? Just go back and reflect on your life. What have you faced? What kind of difficulties you have faced? Has it been related to situations? And he's saying major situations in life is uniform all around the world, whichever country, whichever religion and race you go to. The first most important is finances, money. uh, the second is health. Third is intelligence with slash wisdom. Fourth is looks, health, body, the physical body, how
Yeah.
balanced physical body is, how your physical health is, and how you how let's just say this is a world of physical form, so looks do matter. So how are your looks? How is your physical body at all levels? He's saying. So
Mm.
he's saying these are major situations. So have you faced more difficulties with regards to these major situations of life, or have you faced major difficulties with regard to major relationships? Because you learn through relationships also where karma is
Yeah.
involved. So he's saying major relationships. Have you faced difficult parent and child relationship? Have you faced a difficult marriage? Have you had difficult relationship with your siblings, with your best friends, with your employers and employees, with your lovers? He's saying reflect back and see what weighs heavily. Has life thrashed you situation wise or relationship wise?
Mm.
That will give you the theme of your soul plan. He's saying just look at the percentage. It's very much, there will always be one aspect which will be heavier than the other. The percentage will be more than the other. So he's saying if
Yeah.
you're getting confused, it's mostly the karmic soul plan, because when it's karmic, the difficult relationships, they lead to difficult situations too.
That's
But
true.
if you're confused about your theme, just assume it's karmic. Saying it's easier to decode the theme of your soul plan, and once we have decoded the theme of the soul plan, we'll be able to decode it further. He's saying I'm going to help in decoding the major aspects of soul plan, and they don't have to rely on readings. They have to go within and have their own answers. And the spiritual routines that he is giving, of meditating, of staring into the flame, these routines are going to help them go deeper and deeper within their own selves and be aware of all these things. The soul memory, to awaken the soul memory, to connect with their deeper soul essence, they will just know the answers. He's saying that's why these spiritual routines are important. So he's saying it's all connected, mom. I'm trying to achieve lot many things at once through the lectures.
One thing I see that in your own life, how it was. I mean, you had such trouble. So thank God you were in a family that so loved you unconditionally. So that's Yours was more about situations. Of course, there were some bullies and stuff like that. So then you have bad
Please
relationships too.
also,
So,
bullying is also a situation. You don't count the people who are bullying. Bullying is also a situation which I had to face
oh yeah,
to
that's right.
learn to stand up for myself, to fight for myself. So you are right, bingo. It was all about my lessons, about my own self. It was not karmic because I had so much love from everyone around me. I chose a very loving, supportive family because I knew the situations are going to be difficult.
But in my case, I chose a very abusive parents. But then now I
Mom,
have a
it's
very
karmic
loving
for you.
family. So how does it work? How did it? So mine was
He's
karmic.
saying,
My childhood
yes,
part.
all the way, he's saying all the way karmic, mom. But you forget that we don't choose difficult relationships all your life. There are phases where you choose that this karma will get activated and you will fight it all your life. You can't choose to keep facing this difficult karma, or you will not be able to go through it. So
Right.
now you're reaping good karma, where you're experiencing the good aspects of your good and better relationships.
Yes, I see that. It's a phase. It's like,
And he's also saying, Mom, don't you see when you were going through that difficult karmic phase, you did learn your lessons, that those contracts were meant to teach you. And that is the reason right now you're having good relationships because you have learned, you have grown.
yes, that makes sense. Okay, go on. Sorry, I had to interrupt. But examples are so important.
Yeah.
They're
So
such
he's saying,
good using tools,
yes,
teaching tools.
yes. You're so right. You're so right. Yes, mom. Examples always help us understand a concept at a level and intensity which is more real and more practical,
Yes. Yeah.
and not just theoretical. You're right.
Yeah.
He's saying, Mom, that's it. I don't want to feed their minds too much. I want to just focus them on these two aspects. What is the purpose of the reincarnation? And to sit and reflect and understand the theme of their soul plan. If they have any confusion, they can email back to Sweetie and I'll be there to guide them. But he's saying it will be good if answers come from within their soul, because that will be a realization which will help their soul move ahead. That will also contribute to their soul growth.
Okay.
But anytime I'm available to help them and guide them. And he's saying once we come to this realization, the theme of the soul plan, he'll come to the deeper major aspects of the soul plan and will teach how to decode the major lessons, the major karma. And that's how he's going to take the lecture series forward. He's saying, Mom, I told you, it's a course in life. He's
That's
repeating
right.
that.
That's awesome. You're just wonderful, my lovely Professor Eric. So,
Mhm.
Renuka, do you have an option for people to email a question and then you pay for that
Yes.
reading kind of thing?
Yes, yes,
You
yes. I
do.
haven't, yeah,
Because
yeah, I haven't for a reading, but these doubts that they have regarding the routine that Eric is specifying through the lectures, I'm not charging from them. They can just fill the contact form and send me the questions. Many are already doing it.
well, what I would like to do is because I can't do the yes or no questions from Atlantis Scalar anymore. I just don't have time. It takes so long to clear the bad things for me to get an accurate answer. But I did code my dowsing rods so that by Thursday night they're going to be. By the time people see this, it'll be only the divine members of the divine team can control them or influence them. But I need so I'm going to ask you to maybe send me a text, I mean, a link where they can, if you want to, just ask real quick yes or no questions for a small fee. Bam, bam, bam. Yes or no. Yes or no. If you
Sure,
want.
I'll be doing that. And yeah, yeah, surely I'll add that segment to my website and I'll send you the link.
All right. Sounds good. Channelingspiritworld.com, the great Renuka. I love you both.
Love you, Mom. See you around.
Bye.